What's going on, guys? Now I know I haven't done a movie review in a while since I did that last one with Smiley, which happened right before Halloween. So, it took me a while to get back in the movie theater, and I actually saw a movie that I normally wouldn't see, but ever since going to film school and having an appreciation for animation, I saw a Disney film. You can tell by my beanie, it's a video game inspired type movie review because it is the film Wreck-It Ralph. Now, Wreck-It Ralph is not a Pixar film, which most people think when you think animation and CG graphics, you think Pixar. But that's not the case because it is a Walt Disney animation film. It's surprising me because usually Pixar is the big brand that pumps out Disney animations, and their animation studio is really not well known. And if they do like a princess title. Let me give you a brief synopsis of the film. The film is based on the character Ralph, who's in his own game of Fix-It Felix Jr. And Ralph is tired of being the bad guy in the film. He just wants to get all the accolades that all the good guys get in video games, and he's just tired of being basically alone and no one to really care for him because he's not the good guy. Now, the cool thing about this is they kind of throw tidbits of other video game inspired stuff. Like there's a game in there called Heroes Duty, which is basically if you merged Call of Duty with Halo, you get that. So it was kind of that inspired. Sugar Rush, which is basically a knockoff of Mario Kart. Then you also get tidbits of they talk about Mario Brothers. There's Sonic. There's Q*bert. All these good old school games that we all grew up with are featured in this as little Easter eggs. It's just awesome. The film stars John C. Reilly and Sarah Silverman, with additional voices by Jane Lynch and Jack McBrayer. From what I've seen and heard, the cast was really good and it was really well written. So let me tell you what was right with this film and what was wrong with this film. What was right with this film was the world was amazing. The colors that they used, the textures that they used, overall it just looked amazing. I know it was put out in 3D as well, but I did not see it in 3D. I don't feel the need to see stuff in 3D, even though animation, it looks good in 3D, but it's not really worth the money, and it's just a novelty thing. It just looks gorgeous. Now with cinematography and production design and all that other stuff, with animated features, it's kind of hard to tell because everything's computer generated or drawn by hand. So it is hard to really base stuff like that in an animated feature. I really couldn't find anything bad with this film, other than some pacing issues that they can cut out a little bit of the story and it still would make it work. But you know what? They probably had a whole bunch that they cut out anyway. I would give this a 4.5 out of 5. 4.5 because it only really appeals to a small market, which is children, because it is an animated feature. Yes, there's adults out there because they had to bring kids, but I don't really see anybody else out of that demographic of the adults bringing kids and the kids actually going to see this, unless you love animated features, which I'm starting to come around to. So let me know in the comments below if you're going to actually see this film or if you saw this film, and let me know what you think. Quick note, if you see this film or you're going to see this film, there's actually a little short film right before the big feature. It's a little short Disney animation film, which they've done in the past with some of their animated features. It was really good. It's called Paperman, and it's one of those films where there's no dialogue. It's all sound design, all animation, and music score, and it was really well done. And it's one of those short films where if it didn't have Disney's name attached to it, you'd watch it and think it's really good. And I think that one was more towards adults than it was for children, even though it was an animated film. But yeah, go watch Wreck-It Ralph and see Paperman. It's a very good, fantastic short film, which I wouldn't doubt it getting nominated for the Academy Award next year for Best Short. Hopefully sometime this week I'll actually go see Skyfall, which came out last Friday. And I'm not really a big James Bond fan because to me, James Bond is one of those characters that nothing really bad happens to him, so he's not worth rooting for. And well, at least in my opinion, hearing from what this James Bond film is, they kind of humanize him, so it's actually worth taking a look. Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of the action spy series, even though I started to get into the Bourne series, which kind of curbed my interest now, so I'll give this one a shot. I have a new end slate now that will have all four corners have a video in each corner of my latest vlogs, my latest reviews, my latest productions on my second channel, and of course my latest collaborations with anybody I collab with that's on their channel, and most of the time it's stuff with Brittany from Winter Spring Pro. But that is it. I will see you guys next time with a brand new movie review. So I'll see you guys at your local theater. Right, bye.